Welcome to VNT. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. The world is watching the Indo-Pacific, a region where the tides of history and the ambitions of nations collide. And at its heart lies the Philippines, an archipelago whose unique geography has always shaped its destiny, acting as both a shield and a gateway between East and West. For centuries, its position made it a crossroads for trade, culture, and conflict. Merchants, explorers, and empires have all passed through these waters, leaving their mark on the islands and their people. Today, the South China Sea and Luzon Strait are vital arteries for global trade, with trillions of dollars in goods passing through each year. This makes the Philippines a focal point of great power competition and a linchpin in the region's security. China's sweeping claims clash with international law and the interests of its neighbors, while the US and its allies push for a free and open Indo-Pacific, determined to keep these waters accessible to all. For the Philippines, this is not just geopolitics. It's about sovereignty, security, and economic survival. Naval fleets are converging, alliances are being revitalized, and the stakes are rising with every passing year. New military hardware is arriving, and the country is rapidly modernizing its armed forces to meet the challenges ahead. Years of escalating tensions, harassed fishing fleets, militarized islands, ignored protests, have put the Philippines on the front line. Ordinary Filipinos feel the impact, as livelihoods and national pride are put to the test. Manila is now making a clear choice: strengthen defenses and deepen security partnerships, forging new agreements with old allies and regional partners alike. The country is transforming from a bystander into a pivotal player, determined to protect its sovereignty and shape its own future. Decisions made in Manila, Washington, and Beijing will ripple across the globe, influencing the course of international relations and the balance of power. The Philippines is reasserting itself on the world stage, preparing for an uncertain and contested future, and sending a message that it will not be sidelined. Its choices will help define the balance of power in Asia for decades to come, shaping the destiny of the region and beyond. The world is watching, and the stakes have never been higher. The Philippines stands at the crossroads of history, its next step set to echo far beyond its shores. For decades, the Philippine Navy struggled with outdated ships, many of which were hand-me-downs from other countries and well past their prime. This left the country unable to patrol its vast waters effectively, exposing its coastlines and maritime resources to external threats. But that's changing fast, as Manila takes bold steps to transform its naval forces. The Philippines is now building a modern navy, aiming for a credible force that can operate beyond its shores and respond to new security challenges in the region. Two new guided missile frigates, the BRP Miguel Malvar and BRP Diego Silang, mark a leap in capability, bringing advanced technology and firepower to the fleet. Built by South Korea's HD Hyundai, these warships feature advanced weapons from France, South Korea, and Turkey, making them some of the most sophisticated vessels in Southeast Asia. The partnership with South Korea extends to 6 new offshore patrol vessels, signaling a long-term commitment to modernization and regional security. This naval buildup sends a clear message: the Philippines will no longer be a passive observer, but an active defender of its maritime interests. It's investing in tools to protect its exclusive economic zone, rich in oil, gas, and fisheries, and vital to the nation's future. While the fleet can't match China's in size, it raises the cost of aggression, strengthens cooperation with allies, and enhances the country's ability to respond to any threat. The Philippines is determined to enforce its sovereignty, defend its interests, and ensure the safety of its people and resources at sea. A new era for the Philippine Navy has begun, promising a stronger, more secure future for the archipelago. Subic Bay, once a symbol of US-Philippine military ties, has long been etched into the history of both nations. For decades, it served as a critical outpost for American forces in Asia, shaping the security landscape of the region. Now, after years out of the spotlight, Subic Bay is making headlines once again, reclaiming its strategic importance in a rapidly changing world. After decades as a commercial port, the US military has returned, not with a massive base but with a strategic logistics hub designed for flexibility and rapid deployment. In 2025, the US Marine Corps leased a major warehouse at Subic, marking the first significant American presence in over 30 years. This move signals a new era of cooperation and readiness. The U.S. Navy is also establishing maintenance facilities, ensuring rapid support for operations in the South China Sea and providing a vital lifeline for American and Allied vessels. Subic's deepwater harbor offers direct access to contested waters, reducing response times and boosting readiness. Its location is unmatched for projecting power and supporting regional stability. This renewed presence signals Washington's commitment to its oldest Asian ally and serves as a counterweight to China's growing influence in the region. The U.S. is also investing in Philippine military infrastructure, funding a new naval pier to host larger warships and enhance joint operational capabilities. These moves enhance both U.S. and Philippine capabilities, creating a more resilient defensive posture and fostering greater interoperability between the two navies. The return to Subic is about more than logistics. It's about building Philippine capacity, strengthening the alliance, and preparing for future challenges together. Together, they're shaping a new security architecture for the region, one that emphasizes cooperation, deterrence, and shared responsibility. The U.S. presence is a force multiplier for both nations, amplifying their ability to respond to crises and maintain peace. Subic Bay is once again a linchpin in regional security, standing at the crossroads of history and the future. The alliance is stronger and more vital than ever, as both nations look ahead to a more secure and stable Indo-Pacific. The Philippines is no longer standing alone. A powerful trilateral partnership with the U.S. and Japan is reshaping regional security. In 2025, all three navies conducted major joint exercises in Philippine waters, showcasing advanced warships and surveillance aircraft. These drills build interoperability, ensuring seamless cooperation in a crisis. The message is clear. Aggression against one could trigger a collective response. With hundreds of joint activities planned, military engagement is at an all-time high. For Japan, whose security depends on open sea lanes, this partnership is a natural evolution. Together, these nations form a security shield, deterring threats and upholding international law. The trilateral alliance is redefining Asia's strategic landscape. The South China Sea is a zone of confrontation, not just a potential flashpoint. Tensions have escalated with direct clashes near Scarborough and Second Thomas Shoals. Chinese Coast Guard water cannons have injured Philippine sailors, part of a pattern of intimidation and gray zone tactics. Espionage is also on the rise. Chinese nationals have been arrested for using drones to spy on U.S. and Philippine warships at Subic Bay. These incidents highlight the multi-layered conflict, open confrontation at sea and covert intelligence gathering on land. Each clash and espionage attempt reinforces Manila's resolve to modernize and strengthen alliances. The cycle of action and reaction is pushing the region toward permanent contestation. Every patrol and resupply mission now carries the risk of escalation. The stakes in these waters are real and rising. The Philippines is now central to the Indo-Pacific's shifting balance of power. China's unchecked expansion once tilted the region in its favor, but Manila's revitalization is changing the equation. As part of the first island chain, the Philippines is a natural barrier to Chinese naval ambitions. U.S. logistics hubs and expanded access to Philippine bases make allied forces more resilient and harder to target. This distributed posture is key to modern deterrence. The Philippines is no longer a weak link but a fortified partner, forcing all major powers to recalculate. For China, expansion faces new obstacles. For the U.S. and allies, forward presence is now stronger. The Philippines has become the fulcrum of regional security. Its stability is now a matter of global importance. The Philippines, once a quiet and remote archipelago, is now Asia's strategic hotspot. Its modernizing navy, renewed U.S. presence, and trilateral alliance with Japan are rapidly reshaping the region. These moves are part of a comprehensive strategy to preserve a stable, rules-based order in these contested waters. The constant friction, dangerous encounters, and espionage shows the stakes here are real. For Filipinos, it's about defending resources and dignity. For the world, it's about open sea lanes and international law. The Philippines will remain a focal point for military and diplomatic activity in the region. Its choices will help decide the future of the Indo-Pacific region. The world is right to pay close attention. The outcome here will echo far beyond its shores.